it does seem like the last couple of days I've had a little bit of success of like
But remember, the success is happening through the illusory form of Keith in the illusion. That's why Maharaj all the time, he says, no experience, no experiencer. That's the ultimate state. All of these little states are good as far as progressive steps, but the reality is you're not experiencing anything. You are formless. You are absolutely formless. How does a formless something experience anything? It does it through the illusory concept of otherness, or I am a body that can do these things and have these experiences. But you're not experiencing anything. It's in the dream. You know, you talk about the consciousness. The consciousness, everything you've ever known, all your family, all your friends, everybody is in that bubble of illusion, that bubble of consciousness. And when that bubble goes, that's it. It's finished. But it never was, so there's nothing like really to be sad about. There's nothing. Like, accept your selfless self. There's nothing. No things. All the things that you are seeing are illusion to selfless self. When you finish this dream by the body falling, then you just go back to your normal natural state without all this disturbance that you call world and living.
Yesterday I went for a walk, and when I was, last week when I returned to Sedona, we were talking about hiking in the Red Rocks. Kathleen mentioned that, and also you, Keith. So I went for a walk in the Red Rocks yesterday, and there was a moment when all of a sudden, I was reflecting on, the whole thing that we're always reflecting on. And basically what happened was that it just, everything just went. There was just nothing. And it was like a flash. I don't know if that's an experience too, because it's happening through this body-mind. But it was like just plain old nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just nothing. And that was that. It didn't stay, but that was just it, I don't know.
You see, that's the natural state. And when you say it didn't stay, then that was the creation of the experiencer experiencing that natural, quite natural state.
Yeah.
And that's how many times people will say, oh, I was able to hold this for like a little while and then it came back. No. You were in the formless reality, just I, until then you have separation in your conceptual belief of I am remaining. I am remaining a selfless self. I need to discover selfless self. A duality is created conceptually that does not actually exist. There's nothing. And that when you're experiencing just I, like Nisargadatta Maharaj has said, waking up in the morning, first thing, it's just I. No Andrew, no world, no worries, no problems, just that feeling of existence. And then mind starts to give you this projected world. The longer you hold yourself without thought, I think, again, Nisargadatta Maharaj says the greatest worship is to hold yourself without thought. And that's it. Like, there's no thought, there's no anything, because there's no thinker, there's no experience, no experiencer, because you're literally formlessly aware, and all of this is appearing on your spontaneous presence. And then it's just so that I. And as soon as something might arise that, oh, this is an amazing experience, mantra, just remain. Don't allow this person to come in and try to pressure and say, I'm having this amazing experience. Just remain with selfless self.
I guess what I was saying is sometimes these experiences that pass, that of becoming free of mind, happen. It seems like just the past couple of days I was able to distinguish form and formless, get a feel for sense of when formlessness is present and when form is present, is coming present. It felt like it seems like I can feel like a distinction between those two senses of being here.
Well, remember too that the discrimination is very, very quick, because everything that the mind is presenting to you, the formlessness, is in form. The mind is presenting thoughts, ideas, beliefs, concepts, and it's presenting the world to you in form, and you know yourself in a real sense as the formlessness. So that's automatically discriminated, discarded everything. Oh, this is over here, and I'm supposed to take the touch and get all upset about it. But wait a minute, I remain in my formless sense of presence, and this passes because it's nothing.
I mean, it seems like I can even do it right now if I want. I could just sort of distinguish formlessness and form.
Just withdraw into yourself. It's a natural, again, the easiest, quickest way. You close your eyes and boom, 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 you're back. And you're there, like, and there's nothing. So, and that's the same when you're doing mantra and you're sitting there and you're breathing in and out and you're observing, and then you're observing the mantra as it's running, no longer doing mantra, you're observing mantra as it's running, and then that sense is just very quiet.
And the mantra definitely helps.
Because it clears away all the illusory concepts. Without I am somebody else having this great experience, that's nice. But if I were to concentrate on myself, the self, and through mantra erase this idea that I'm having this wonderful experience, then I erase the experiencer. Because again, remember, spirit clicked with the body, the form world appeared, all the problems, all the everything came along with the body. So what's in this body? Just glimpses, just I. No identification with anything. Everything can come and go. You just remain formlessly aware with your selfless self in the I am, whatever you want to call it. Just remain. Don't give your attention away. We talked before about the chariot. You know, the chariot, if you let an attention go and it takes, and the chariot, all of a sudden now you're being drugged behind this chariot and flipping this way and that way and all this kind of stuff, when all you have to do is just pull in the reins very quickly. And yes, you could say, well, that sounds like a doership. Well, that's something to do in the moment while you're presenting yourself in body form. And, oh, this attention, I want to hold this attention. And then once you're here where you are, then you're just seeing formlessly, using form, but knowing that it's just there. There's nothing. There's no. You use mind, ego, intellect as and when required, but it's not like something that's bothering you that you have to go check on. You check in with mind, ego, intellect every so often when a little task has to be performed. Like Maharaj has said, pick up the water, put it down. That's ego. Question or it comes up to the mind, whoa, I'm thirsty. Okay, pick up this water, take a drink, put it down. That's it. Everything is like this.
And when I think that the mantra is helping me, then I have to ask, well, who do you think it's helping?
Well, again, the mantra is getting rid of this person who's asking these questions. Because once you touch yourself in your formless state, there won't be a questioner. How? And you won't expect answers from anyone because you're formless. So you just know, oh, okay, I'm just answering and questioning myself. Like there's nobody there that can respond to a question. And then mostly it'll be like Maharaj says, that internal master kind of selfless self-dialogue. You'll be asking and answering your questions internally by yourself, but then also answers will come externally because it's no longer external. You'll know that everything is in consciousness, and this consciousness is yourself.
And a lot of questions just won't even appear.
They can't, because all questions have to do with the body. Unless you're thinking of yourself as a body form, you can't ask a question. Because what question can you ask if you're formlessly everything all the time and you have no specific identity, no specific identification, no local identification? So there's no such thing as time or space or anything, because there's nothing that you could point to that says, okay, from this point, this question is being asked. Every question is a body-based question.